to the CD part of magnetism. So now listen, I'm just concentrating on the formula because today's class will have to take over from the formula itself. So, tell me the formula that you have studied till now in this chapter. Okay, we can start. So for example, we have studied what is magnetic moment of an electron revolving around the nucleus. We have studied two formulas, just check. One is ER by 2, one is EL by 2 ME, correct? Check all of you whether you have this formula there. Okay. Next, we have magnetization, which is magnetic moment per unit volume. Check whether you have studied this formula. Then we have magnetic field intensity H equal to Ni. Check whether we have studied that. Because this all formula will come again today. Then the next page, we did magnetic susceptibility. Magnetic susceptibility Xi is equal to Mz by H. Tell me, have we done this also? Susceptibility is Mz by H. Correct. Now, have we done total permeability? Yes or no? Have we done this page?
No.
Just check. Yes or no? No? Okay. So, look at this formula. This is magnetic moment of an electron revolving around the nucleus. Even this is magnetic moment of an electron revolving around the nucleus. This is the formula for magnetization. This is the formula for magnetic field intensity. And this is the formula for susceptibility. These formulae you should know for today's class. Check whether you have it in your notes, you have it in front of you. Check whether all that is done. Okay, now. Next topic is total permeability mu. I hope everyone has seen this symbol mu in the past.
Table is remaining, sir.
Sir, yes, a differentiation we have to complete.
Table is remaining. That diamagnetic, paramagnetic table is remaining.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That is fine. That is fine. Keep it. Keep it.
You have given
That as and when we
4
go ahead.
points.
How many points? 4 points, right?
3.38.
4th point was the example which you had to do as homework.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Keep it. Keep it. Keep that page as it is. As and when we keep getting the points, we'll fill that table.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now come to this topic. Total permeability is given by, look at this. On this page, we have three formulae. On this page, we have three formulae. Check the formula. Mu equal to total permeability is equal to mu naught into mu r. This is the formula for total permeability. What is the formula for total permeability? Mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, where mu naught is your absolute permeability of free space, and you already know the value. The absolute permeability of free space is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, correct? Everyone confirm whether you know this formula. Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, correct? Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, and mu r is called relative permeability. And relative permeability is given by the formula 1 plus susceptibility. Relative permeability is given by the formula 1 plus susceptibility. Therefore, if you notice, there are three formulae on your screen. This is the first formula. This is the second formula. And this is the third formula. Mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, where mu naught is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. And mu r is 1 plus xi. So on this page, I have written on the page that is already on the screen, the topic is total permeability mu. Total permeability mu is given by the formula mu naught into mu r, where mu naught is absolute permeability and mu r is relative permeability. And absolute permeability mu naught, what is the formula? 4 pi into 10 power minus 7, and relative permeability formula is 1 plus susceptibility. That is 1
Sir,
plus
so
xi.
mu naught is a constant, right?
Mu naught will always be a constant, yes. 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Okay. So till now, when I was talking about permeability, we always were talking about permeability of free space, correct? But now, what if the medium is not free space? What if there is some other medium? Then you have to talk about total permeability. And total permeability formula is mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, where mu is the total permeability, mu naught is the absolute permeability, and mu r is the relative permeability. In this, mu naught value will never change. In this particular formula, mu naught value will never change. And in 11th standard also, you have studied the same formula, that mu naught is equal to 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. In electronics, epsilon naught will not change. In electrostatics, we have done 11th standard. Epsilon naught. You remember 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. That. Here mu naught will not change. So please make a note. Please remember these will be the next 3 formulae that you have to study. One is total permeability, absolute permeability, and relative permeability. Relative permeability is 1 plus susceptibility. So make a note.
Can you repeat the name of mu naught?
What is the question? I cannot hear.
Which I will write it on the chat.
Can I go to the next page now?
Sir, in relative permeability, 1 plus x. What is x?
Susceptibility, xi. The susceptibility, not x. Susceptibility we have done in the last class. See, this is the formula for susceptibility. Have we done this in the last class? Please.
Sir, how do we pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
The symbol. How do we pronounce the symbol?
Xi.
Can you write it? The spell it?
For susceptibility.
Yes, sir. No, means I.
It is written like this. It is like X, but the left hand side is a wing.
Yes, so got it.
Have we done susceptibility in the last class?
Yes, sir, we have done it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll do a recap of the formula that you will need going forward. Okay, so tell me, everyone listen to me, what is the formula for magnetization? Everyone think about it and tell me, what is the formula for magnetization?
Magnetic
Next.
moment upon volume.
Magnetic moment upon unit volume, correct? Then what is the formula for magnetic field intensity?
H is equal to Ni.
And the number of terms in
Okay. What is the formula for susceptibility?
Sir, in textbook, the formula for magnetic field intensity is different.
Come again?
In textbook, the formula for magnetic field intensity is given different.
This is not magnetic field, this is magnetic field intensity. And secondly,
Yes, sir. H.
And secondly, 1 minute. This is from the textbook only. This full paragraph is from the textbook only. So what you're going is you're going ahead. So do what I am doing. Okay, be with me. Okay, this paragraph, what you're seeing, is from the textbook itself. This is not my own paragraph. Okay, so be with me and do the formula that I have done. Okay.
Yes.
Now tell me, susceptibility formula.
Magnetization of
Z
the
by
magnetic
X.
field intensity.
Now, what is the formula for total permeability?
Nu is equal
Not
to
into mu r.
mu naught into nu r.
mu naught by ur.
Now, mu naught formula.
4 pi
4 pi into 10
Pi
raised to
into 10
negative
raised to
7.
7.
And mu r formula.
1 plus
1 plus success.
1 plus
Plus successive probability.
Okay. I'm telling you this because we will be using this formula in the future. We will be using this formula in the problems. Please make a note of my notes properly, because ultimately before your final exam, okay, before your final exam, that is your 12th standard, if you don't have notes and if you open the textbook, you will not understand. Okay? You will need proper notes. That is why whatever I teach, write it properly. And if you're not able to write it properly during the class, see the recording later on and make a proper notebook, because only the notebook will be enough before the exam. Okay? My notes is more than enough for your board's exam. Now, next. Who was asking me about oscillations? Someone was asking about oscillations, right, in the beginning, right now.
Yes, sir.
You're from ICSE batch?
No.
Which batch you're from?
CET2.
CET2. For CET2, we have done all the varieties and all that which are there for oscillations. And the topic, I think, which last one which I left, I told you that will come in another chapter. So we are done. After that only we have come to magnetism. For ICSE
Simple
batch,
pendulum is remaining.
for ICSE batch, I think I have one more class remaining that I will take this week. Correct? I think for
Yes,
ICSE
sir.
we have to do one. But for CET2 and other batches we are done. So oscillations, whatever problems I have done, whatever types I have done, study that. Okay. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, next we will go, and I want you to study this well. This is in the exam. Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. They will ask you magnetic field. Now, magnetic field formula, you know, what is the general formula for magnetic field? B equal to, can you tell me actually what is the general formula for magnetic field? B equal to phi by A, correct? Magnetic field is equal to flux upon area. This is the general formula. But if they ask you specifically what is the magnetic field for a non-metal, or what is the magnetic field inside the solenoid? Now, everyone should know what is a solenoid by now. Tell me, do you know what is a solenoid? It
Yes,
is a
sir.
non-metallic core on which a wire or a metal is wounded, correct? So can I say a solenoid consists of both metallic and non-metallic components? Think about it. It has a non-metallic core on which a wire is wounded. Therefore, can I say a solenoid has metallic plus non-metallic component? Now,
Yes, sir.
whatever I have given is a bit tricky. Tricky in the sense it is not exactly like this in the text, but this will help you remember the formula for the problems. Because they will not ask you this formula as theory. They will not say what is the formula for a solenoid. They will ask you this in a problem. That is why I have given this wording. Okay, this is not the exact wording, but this is how you remember the wording. Okay, now listen. Magnetic field of a non-metal, or in any question, if they ask you what is magnetic field inside the solenoid, magnetic field of a solenoid is different. Magnetic field inside the solenoid is different, because that is non-metallic component. And the formula is B is equal to mu naught Ni. And can I say Ni is nothing but H? So can I say it can be mu naught Ni or mu naught H? Now this is a specific formula for magnetic field for a non-metal. What is the general formula? Tell me, what is the general formula for magnetic field? Flux upon area. Phi by A. The general formula for magnetic field, 1 minute. The general formula for magnetic field is flux upon area. Correct? General formula for magnetic field is flux upon area. But this is a specific formula for magnetic field for a non-metal or inside the solenoid. Why inside the solenoid? Because inside the solenoid is made up of a non-metal, not the solenoid, inside of a solenoid. Therefore, make a note of this formula. This is your next formula for today.
Sir, can you explain one?
So general formula for magnetic field is flux upon area, pi by A. But this is a specific formula for magnetic field, which is inside a solenoid or magnetic field of a non-metal.
Thank you, sir.
Written?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you predict
One
what
second,
will
sir.
be the next formula? I have done magnetic field for a non-metal.
For the metallic part.
Written this. Can we go to the next one? The next formula will be magnetic field for a metal or for a rod. Rod is a metallic rod, we are assuming. And the formula is mu naught mz. We have direct formula. We don't have derivation. Derivation will come after this for the next one. This is the magnetic field for a
Sir,
metal.
for non-metal, what was the symbol?
We can write anything, but usually in the textbook, they write for non-metal B naught and for metal BM. You can write it as BNM also, non-metal and B metal.
Sir, for non-metallic part is the wire, right?
Metallic part will be the wire, or you can consider as non-conducting part and conducting part. Non-conducting part and
No,
conducting
because
part.
they
This is
said
for the
that
non-conducting.
the rod is the metallic part, they said. So I got confused.
Rod is a separate example only. So solenoid
Okay.
conducting part or a rod, whichever is conducting. So in the problem, they might give you different things. So wherever you see something that is conducting, then this is the formula, and something that is not conducting, the previous one is the formula. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is mu naught mz. Remember, mu naught is common for both. Either it is mu naught h or it is mu naught mz. Either it is mu naught h or it is mu naught mz. With this, all the new formulae are over. In other words, whatever formula that you get after this will be combination of previous formula or derivation of the formula. You will not learn any new formula as such in the whole chapter. Is it fine? Now let us do a recap. Okay. Now let us do a recap. So I will only say, you just listen, okay? What we need. We have studied the formula for magnetization as magnetic moment per unit volume. Magnetization as magnetic moment per unit volume, correct? Next. Tell me, which formula we have done? We have done H equal to Ni. What is H? Magnetic field intensity equal to Ni. Then we have done susceptibility. What is susceptibility formula? Mz by H. Everyone should know this formula by heart by now. Then we did total permeability. Total permeability is mu naught into mu r, correct? And what is mu naught equal to? 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. What is mu r equal to? 1 plus susceptibility. What is mu r equal to? 1 plus susceptibility. Correct? Then,
Yes,
what
sir.
is the next problem? What is the next formula we have done? Magnetic field inside the solenoid or for a non-metal. What is it? And what is magnetic field inside a metal or of a metal? Can you learn these 8 formulae right now? So that
Yes,
we go
sir.
to the next topic, you can be thorough with this. Okay, start reading. Then we'll go to the next topic. Yeah, just tell her to log in sometime. She can. Can we go to the next topic? Now, the next topic is, tell me how many derivations you have done in this chapter. The derivations you have done in this chapter is actually one. Which one? That is, what is the magnetic moment of an electron revolving around the nucleus?
Yes.
Our time derivation, correct?
Yes,
Now,
yes.
our second derivation, what we will do, please look at the screen, is what is the total magnetic field of a solenoid? Total magnetic field of a solenoid. Now, please, everyone, listen to me. First, I will show it to you from the textbook, how they have done it. And then I will do it on a blank page. Then I want you to do it without seeing.
Yes.
Shall we start? Now, the question is, what is the total magnetic field of a solenoid? Now, I will show it to you from the textbook, and then I will show it to you on a blank page. Just listen, don't do anything, just listen. Total magnetic field of a solenoid, Aryan, listen to me carefully. Total magnetic field of a solenoid is, can I say solenoid contains both metallic and non-metallic components? Can I say a solenoid contains both metallic and non-metallic components? Therefore, can I say the total magnetic field will be B naught plus Bm, that is non-metal plus metal. And what formula we have studied for non-metal? Mu naught H. And what formula have we studied for metallic component? Mu naught Mz. Therefore, total magnetic field is equal to mu naught H plus mu naught Mz. Till here, is it clear? All of you, just tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, can I say in this mu naught is common? Inside the bracket H plus Mz. They have written M, but actually it should be Mz. Mu naught as it is. Can I write H as H? And can I write magnetization as Xi into H? Think about it. Because susceptibility is Mz by H. Mz can be written as Xi into H. Just check the formula. Can I write Mz as Xi into H? Check all of you. Now, mu naught is anyway common. From here again, H is common. Inside the bracket, 1 plus Xi. Now, mu naught as it is, H as it is, 1 plus Xi, Aryan, 1 plus Xi is mu r. And mu naught into mu r is mu. Therefore, can I say the total magnetic field is mu into H? This is the thing from the textbook. Now, shall we do it on our own? Okay. Now, look at the screen. I know the total magnetic field. I know the total magnetic field will be magnetic field of a non-metal plus magnetic field of a metal. Listen to me step by step. Therefore, can I say the total magnetic field will be mu naught Ni plus mu naught Mz. See, I'm going step by step. Okay. Therefore, B equal to mu naught Ni can be written as H. because I have the formula for magnetic field intensity H equal to Ni plus mu naught Mz. Now B equal to, can I say mu naught is common? Inside the bracket, I can take H plus Mz. Or I can write B is equal to mu naught common H plus Mz can be written as susceptibility into H, because the formula for susceptibility is Mz by H. Therefore, can I write Mz as Xi into H? Now, mu naught as it is, H is common. Inside the bracket, I have 1 plus Xi. Inside the bracket, I have 1 plus susceptibility. Or B is equal to mu naught into H into 1 plus Xi is mu r check. Relative permeability is 1 plus Xi. And I know that mu naught into mu r is nothing but only mu into H. Therefore, the total magnetic field is mu into H. Tell me, how many of you understood this derivation?
Understood, sir.
Understood. Now I want you to do this derivation without saying. Just see on the screen step by step and try to get the same derivation on your own. Just write the heading before that. Heading is total magnetic field of a solenoid or total magnetic field of any substance. When you're not sure also what it contains, you can use this formula. So write on the side heading, total magnetic field of a solenoid. And after that, start with this. This will make use of most of the formula that we have studied till now. Okay, so I'll leave it on the screen. Start doing it. If you're getting stuck, then you look at the screen. Otherwise, finish it till the end. And this will be your next formula. B is equal to mu H is your next formula. That is a total magnetic field. Okay, start.
Sir, can you once?
Come again.
Yes, sir.
I should do it again, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
I'll do it. First, everyone try to do it. I will again do it within 1 or 2 minutes.
Sir, we know that Ni is equal to H. So is it necessary to show that step in the derivation?
Not necessary. You can directly start with the third step.
Done, sir.
Sir, for mu naught, the value was 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, right?
Correct. Jesh, you can tell ma'am to join. Jesh, you can tell ma'am to join. So I'll explain the whole thing once again. Now just listen how it is done, okay? If you have done it also, just listen how it is done. So the total magnetic field B is equal to non-metal plus metal or non-conducting plus conducting. Therefore, B equal to I have substituted the direct formula. For non-metal it is mu naught Ni and for metal it is mu naught Mz. So B is equal to mu naught Ni. I know the formula is H, magnetic field intensity, plus mu naught Mz. Therefore, B equal to mu naught is common. Inside the bracket, I have H plus Mz. Or B is equal to mu naught common H plus Mz can be written as susceptibility into H. Mz can be written as susceptibility into H. How did I get that formula? I got that formula from susceptibility. Susceptibility is Mz by H. Or B is equal to mu naught and mu naught as it is. Can I say here H also is common? Therefore, inside the bracket, I have 1 plus xi. Inside the bracket, I have 1 plus xi. Or B is equal to mu naught H. What is 1 plus xi? Mu r. And mu naught into mu r is nothing but mu. This is the answer for magnetic field complete. And this formula also you can use when complete magnetic field is asked. Mu h. The formula is BH. B equal to mu into h. Easy?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt anyone has? Let me know. No? Okay. Now, in the, many times people ask in the question if H is given or B is given, I don't know how to identify because H is also magnetic field intensity, B is also magnetic field. So I tell you how to identify. In the question, if the unit is ampere per meter, then that quantity is H. And in the question, if the quantity is Tesla, then the quantity is B. Did you understand? In the question, forget what is the wording. Wording can be anything. You have to look at the unit. If the unit is ampere per meter, then it is H. And if the quantity is Tesla, then it is B. Is it clear? So in future, don't get confused whether H is given or B is given. You have to look at the unit and you have to proceed. Okay. Now, this we have done last class. This also we have done in the last class. Okay. This question we'll do now. Before that, we will finish this MCQ. Okay, start. This is your MCQ 5 from the textbook itself. Question is given, answer is given. Tell me if you have understood. Read the question and read the answer. Okay.
Sir, what was the unit for H you had said earlier?
For H, it is ampere per meter, and for B, it will be Tesla.
Okay, sir.
Done? Easy? So
Yes, sir.
first one is magnetizing field of 360, that is H is equal to 360. because how do I know H is given? Because of the unit. And B is given as 0.6 Tesla. So again, look at the words. Words are there to confuse you. They can play around with words. They cannot play around with units. If I know B is given, I know H is given, and I know what is the permeability they're asking. Which permeability? Total permeability. They have not mentioned absolute. They have not mentioned relative. Therefore, I have to find mu. Therefore, I have the direct formula. B is equal to mu into H. Tell me, did you understand this problem?
Yes, sir.
Now, next problem. I don't want you to solve it. I want you to understand what is written. I will leave it on for 2 minutes. I will leave it on for 2 minutes. And tell me whether you have understood this. I'll come back into, I'll get the power bank and come. Read
Sir,
the
are you
question.
going to share
and
this
tell.
PDF?
Yes, I'm going to send. I'm going to send. Okay. So look at it for 2 minutes and then I will start discussing. Try to understand. Okay. I'll be back. Okay. I'm getting the power bank.
Good morning, sir. Sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good morning,
आज
ma'am.
तो हाउसफुल
morning,
चल
ma'am.
रहा है आपका लेक्चर मुझे एंट्री नहीं मिली आधे घंटे से सर अभी 2-3 स्टूडेंट्स और हैं जिनको एंट्री नहीं मिली है
I think by 8 o'clock, 8:10, they might get an entry. How many students are there totally?
3-4 स्टूडेंट्स हैं सर अभी
नहीं, total कितने हैं? All batches combined?
टोटल 100 के ऊपर ही है सर
I think the capacity is 100 only, right?
हाँ एक्चुअली इसकी कैपेसिटी 150 होना चाहिए आई थिंक
Now, if I tell everyone to log off and log in, 30 people will not log in because they'll be sleeping. So we can try that next time.
ओके ओके
So we'll do that next time. Did you guys get it? Some idea? I'll explain now.
Yes, sir.
In other classes, how are you managing above 100? Is it coming?
Sir, it never reaches 100.
Yes, sir.
So you mean to say in physics it reaches 100?
In your
Yes,
lecture,
sir.
it reaches 100.
Oh my God. That-
Only in your lecture it reaches the
Fan
100.
नो
favorite.
नो सर, एक्चुअली जब सीटी चारों बैचेस का कोई भी लेक्चर होता है, चाहे वो बायो हो, चाहे फिजिक्स हो, चाहे केमिस्ट्री हो, 100 के ऊपर ही जाएगा, क्योंकि चारों बैचेस रहते हैं ना, CT1, CT2.
No, but then how
और
are other batches, our other subjects managing people above 100?
वही प्रॉब्लम होती है, उनके साथ में भी वही प्रॉब्लम होती है. कभी कभी मेरे केमिस्ट्री में भी ऐसा होता है, बायो में भी ऐसा होता है.
I feel even if I tell everyone to log off and log in, we'll have only 70 people. Everyone has just logged in and slept.
या सर.
No problem, no problem. Now I'll explain this problem. And with this problem, we will complete deleted portion. And after this, what we will do is the actual portion, okay? Your portion is not deleted, you have the full portion. I will send this PDF. This is the PDF 1. If you can see the heading, it is Magnetic Materials 1. And then we'll go to Magnetic Materials 2. So I think today's class, we might be able to complete the whole chapter itself, magnetism. Again, read my notes only. And secondly, what I'm saying is, if I don't complete the portion today, then I will announce it that in the next week, you will have 2 classes of mine. Everyone listen to me clearly. Next week, you will have 2 classes of mine. In that, both classes will be CET classes. If I don't complete the portion today, next week, the first class in that, the first 1 hour will be boards. After that will be CET. So we are going to get around 4.5 hours of CET. So start revising magnetism properly, because CET of this is very easy. And I think on Sunday, my chapter has been put ahead. Magnetism. If you see your updated MHCET syllabus, because I think other chapters were not done and this chapter is done. So instead of next to next Sunday, it has been promoted to next Sunday. And for that, next week, 2 classes will be more than enough to complete. And in the meantime, this week, ICSE batch and CET1 batch, I'll take 1 more class of oscillation also for you at night. Okay, same time, so that we complete
Yes, sir.
oscillation. And other batches where I have done oscillations, do the type of problems that I have done. Okay, you will be sorted. After magnetism, we will start with the next chapter according to your CET series itself, that I think will be electrostatics. I think it is electrostatics for your batch. Just check. My subject is electrostatics.
Sir, what did you say about deleted and non-deleted part in this chapter?
So actually, right, last year because of COVID, you had some deleted portion in your 11th standard also, remember? Because
Yes,
of
sir.
COVID.
Yes.
And same thing, even 12th standard people had it in their syllabus, deleted portion. So this material covers all the portion which was there for the exam. But now the next PDF that I open, that actually is the deleted. Okay. Now your portion also might get deleted a bit because your college has still not started offline, correct? Actual college. But
Yes,
we have
sir.
not got any communication yet. That is why we will do the complete chapter. And as soon as we get the communication, then we will see what is to be omitted, because we are already going to the end of July and the colleges have not yet begun properly. That means we have lost 2 months. So either you will have college exams late by 2 months. That is, your boards might be conducted 2 months late. Or if it is conducted on time, then you will have deleted portion. Okay, because your academic year starts from June. And we are already going to August without actually college reopening formally. So we have lost 2 months. So to compensate, either they will extend 2 months or they will delete some portion. Either way, information will come once the 12th standard batch is out. 12th standard batch is still not out. The marks have not come. So you have to wait and watch. They will let the good thing with delete, they will not delete the easy part. In fact, for 12th standard, they deleted the tough part. They have deleted a lot of tough parts, especially from part 1 and little bit from part 2. But nevertheless, we'll do the whole thing. As soon as the announcement comes, we will do it. Please remember your 12th standard marks this time. Exams are going to be pretty easy. Because after COVID, you will be the first batch answering because your seniors did not have any exam. Like how you did not have 11th standard exam. And your MHCET will be direct. MHCET will be direct. So people are not considering giving MHCET also. Even if you study very well for boards, you can give MHCET. What I am saying is, just by reading the 12th standard boards textbook or my notes, whatever, you can still manage to get good marks in your MHCET. Marvels is just one book which helps you with different types of questions. Actually, the portion of MHCET is your board's textbook itself in MCQ format. Okay. What is actual portion of MHCET? MHCET portion is your 12th standard board textbook itself. Nothing will come outside your text. But the only thing is it will come in MCQ format. Therefore, if you don't want to read Marvels, if you don't want to read other books also, no problem. Marvels is just a book which will help you to tell you which kind of questions are there. That is why in Marvels also, if you see, there are many questions which are not there in the textbook, which are higher level, like JEE. So for that, we have omitted. So do the questions that I teach. And once we are done with the portion, I'll tell you how to read the 12th standard textbook also from MHCET point of view. Let me complete from board's point of view. Then we have this thing. See. Yes, you can leave. Yes. Okay, so now we'll continue. Now this problem is the kind of problem which will test all your formula skills, all your understanding. I'm not telling you to solve it. We will not solve it. We will just see what is given and we will see how can we find out the remaining things. Now this kind of problem can also come in MHCET in different parts. Okay, so please look at the question. I will read the question and I will bifurcate the data for you. Answer is anyway on your screen, but let me read it again. A rod of magnetic material of cross section 0.5 centimeter square. Now, whatever, SI unit, not SI unit, I have got the area. Correct? The first thing I have got is area. And how do you convert centimeter square into meter square? Into 10 power minus 4. Correct? How do you convert centimeter square into meter square? Into 10 power minus 4 is located in 4000 ampere per meter magnetizing field. Now tell me, H is given or B is given?
H is given, sir.
H.
The unit is
Why
ampere
do
per
you
meter.
know, or why do you think H is given, not B?
Ampere minus
Correct. So can I say area is given? Please look at the screen. Area is given. H is given. I'm just writing the things that I know. Magnetic flux passing through the rod is something. Magnetic flux Weber, that means phi is given. Correct? Stop. Forget what they have asked. Forget what they have asked. Tell me from these three things, what can you actually find out? From these three things, what can you actually find out?
B.
I can find out B.
Magnetic
Correct?
flux.
Because I know. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. I know B is equal to phi by A. Tell me, do you know this formula, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
B is
sir.
equal to phi by A. Is phi given? Yes. Is area given? Yes. Therefore, can I say now I know the value of B also? Forget what they have asked, they have not asked. Can I say I know the value of B? Correct. Can I say I already know the value of mu naught because it is a constant?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, continue. Find out relative permeability. Tell me, relative permeability means what? Can I say relative permeability means mu R?
Yes, sir.
Can I
Mu
say
by-
relative permeability is mu R?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now, look at this. Relative permeability is mu R. For mu R, tell me what do I need? What is the
Sir, mu-
formula?
B is equal
is
to
equal
mu
to mu naught into mu R. Mu naught is anyway a constant. Can I say I will need mu? Now look at the things that we already know and tell me, can I get mu from any of these things?
Yes, sir. B.
Tell me,
upon
which
H.
formula can I use?
B by
B
H.
upon H.
Can I say I know this formula B is equal to mu H? We just did the derivation right now. Can I say in this formula, I know B, I know H, therefore I can find out mu? Tell me, everyone,
Yes,
did you understand this? Okay. Therefore, now look at the top. See, for example, look at this. These are the things we know, and these are the formula I'm using. Just check. So all the things we got over here and all the things we know over here. Correct? Now, continue. What is magnetic susceptibility? Now tell me, how do you find magnetic susceptibility? Zai.
magnetization upon H.
Magnetization upon H. Or can I say, okay. Can I say I know mu r already?
Mu plus 1 plus.
1 plus susceptibility.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Can I say I already know relative permeability mu r? I just found out. Can I say if I find out relative permeability, if I subtract 1 from that, I will get magnetic susceptibility? Think about it. If I subtract 1 from relative permeability, I will get magnetic susceptibility. What is the formula for relative permeability?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Relative permeability is 1
Plus
plus xi.
Plus Xi.
Okay. Therefore, if you look at the answer, every time listen to me. This is the answer for relative permeability. Exactly -1 will be the answer for susceptibility. Check.
Yes, sir.
So can I say now I know susceptibility also? Now look at the top. So many things I know. Can I say with so many things I can practically find out anything else? I can easily find out because so many things I already know now. See what is the third thing they're asking? What is the magnetization of the rod? Now what is the actual formula for magnetization? Magnetic moment per unit volume. Now can I use that formula or I cannot use that formula? Can I use that
No,
formula of
we can't use
magnetization?
that.
Why?
Can't use that.
For a metallic rod, it has a different formula, which is mu naught into magnetization.
So which formula can I use?
Mu naught into M.
Or can I use the basic formula for magnetization and susceptibility? Because susceptibility is also given. Susceptibility is also given. H is also given. Tell me, if H and susceptibility are given, how can you find out magnetization?
Sir,
Susceptibility is equal to H by.
Susceptibility is equal to mz by H. Therefore, mz is equal to susceptibility into H.
Sir,
Do
so
I know
that
the
is
value
the
for
general formula,
susceptibility?
so we can apply it anywhere, right?
Which one?
This one, the formula which you said.
Exactly. What formula I said is a universal formula. Susceptibility is equal to mz by H. That is why it is better fit. Therefore, that is why they have also given that formula. Magnetization is equal to susceptibility into H. So with that, I can find out all the things that they have asked me. Now tell me, did you understand the logic? Numbers will change. Did you understand the formula that we need to use and
Yes,
get the answer?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. We'll go to the next one now. Okay, now this we have finished. Just confirm that we have done this last class.
Yes, sir.
We have done this also. Okay. One minute. Okay. This is the question. Everyone switch on your cam first. Everyone switch on your cam. Okay, now listen. I will read the question and I will show you the answer also. Tell me if you have understanding. This is your book bag question number 3. Okay, this is your book bag question number 3. The question is, when a plate of magnetic material of size 10 centimeter into 0.0 centimeter into 0.2 centimeter, that is length, breadth, and thickness, that is height. So can I say when length, breadth, and height is given, if I multiply that, I'll get volume? Think about it.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
indirectly, they are giving me
Yes.
volume. Indirectly, they have given me volume.
Yes.
Now, since they have given me volume, I know that magnetization will come into the picture because volume is there only in one formula. Which formula volume is there? Magnetization, mz. Okay. So they have given me volume, but they have not given me volume directly. They have given me volume indirectly by giving me length separately, breadth separately, thickness, that is height separately. Therefore, L into B into H will give me volume. Correct? This much is clear, all of you. L into B into H is
Yes, sir.
volume. Okay. Is located in a magnetizing field of 0.5 into 10 power 4 ampere per meter. Magnetizing field is mz. Correct?
Yes,
No.
sir.
No? Yes? Think about it.
It is H, sir.
Magnetizing field. Okay. And then a magnetic moment of 5 ampere meter square is induced in it. Find out the magnetic induction in the rod. Find out the magnetic induction in the rod. Now, there is a plate also. There is a rod also. Therefore, I have to use the complete formula. Sarthak, just look at this. Now, I'll show you the answer. Tell me if you're understanding it. If you're understanding it, just listen to this. Length, breadth, height is given. Okay. Therefore, can I say I can find the volume? Correct. Then, ampere per meter was given. So, can I say H is given? I told you in the question, ampere per meter means H is given. Mu naught, you know the value, and magnetic moment is given. Now, read this, not this. Read this and tell me what do you understand, or do you understand what is asked? Just read the answer. First, I found out magnetization. Magnetization is magnetic moment per unit volume. Is magnetic moment given? Yes. Is volume given? Yes. Therefore, I can get magnetization. Check whether can you find that. Okay, Priyaksha. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, look at this. To find the entire magnetic induction, I will say magnetic induction will be of a metal plus of a non-metal, because I am not sure whether they have given exactly metallic or non-metallic components. So I will take the complete magnetic field. And I know magnetic field of a metal is mu naught H plus mu naught mz. Correct? This is the formula. See the derivation. Look at our derivation. It is mu naught H plus mu naught mz. Do I know the value for mu naught? Answer is yes. Do I know the value of H? Answer is yes. Do I know the value of mu naught again? Yes. Do I know the value of mz? It is not given directly, but can I say mz is magnetic moment per unit volume? Therefore, you can solve with this formula. Tell me, did you understand now? See the question again. Look at the answer. Look at the substitution. Clear? Okay. Now, next topic is, what is the torque acting in a magnetic field? And this was there in your 11th standard also. Now comes all the easy topics, okay? What is the torque acting in a magnetic field? Tell me, have you seen this formula before? Torque is equal to M cross B, or torque is equal to MB sin theta. Tell me, have you seen this or you have not seen this formula?
No.
If you have not seen this, listen to me. What is the SI unit of torque? Does anyone know? Normal SI unit from part 1. What is the SI unit of torque?
Newton
SI,
meter.
SI unit of torque will be correct. Say again.
Newton meter.
Nm, Newton meter, because the general formula for torque is force into distance. General formula for torque is force into perpendicular distance. Therefore, can I say the SI unit of torque is Nm, Newton meter, correct? Now, this formula is specifically for a torque acting in a uniform magnetic field, and the formula for torque acting in a uniform magnetic field is tau, that is torque is equal to M cross B. And I know that, and you should also know that cross product means sine theta. A cross B is AB sine theta, or I can say MB sine theta, where M is your magnetic moment and B is your magnetic field. This is the formula for torque acting in a uniform magnetic field. Make a note. This is the formula for torque acting in a uniform magnetic field. So write down the side heading torque and write down the formula. Correct, Nisha? Very good. This is the formula for torque.
So it is magnetic moment, right?
Magnetic moment. Correct.
Sir, the symbol is capital M or lowercase m for magnetic moment.
Magnetic moment is actually capital M. That's why I have written down. They have written it as small letter m because in the textbook they have written capital M as magnetization, but we have written MZ as magnetization. That is why. So I'm using my notation. That is why I have given my formula down. Actually, it is M cross B or MB.
So in boards, which one we can follow?
Anything, it's fine. Both of them. You should know what that term stands for. That is fine. Notation is up to you. Written, everyone. This is the formula for torque, which you should remember. Everyone switch on your cam. Torque is equal to M cross B, or torque is equal to MB sine theta. Is it clear? Torque is equal to M cross B, or torque is equal to MB sine theta. Now, next topic is magnetic potential energy. Next topic is magnetic potential energy. Now listen to me carefully. Magnetic potential energy is nothing but integration of torque. Okay, magnetic potential energy is nothing but integration of torque. Now MB sine theta, if I integrate, MB is a constant. What is integration of sine theta? Can I say integration of sine theta is minus cos theta? Correct? Think about it. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. Therefore, can I say magnetic potential energy U is equal to minus MB cos theta? How did I get this formula? Because magnetic potential energy is nothing but integration of torque. Integration of torque. You don't need to know these notations. You just need to know that integration of torque is magnetic potential energy. And the formula for magnetic potential energy is minus MB cos theta. Make a note. Write on side heading magnetic potential energy. Write on the side heading magnetic potential energy. In that, write down the formula U is equal to minus mb cos theta. U is equal to minus mb cos theta. How did you
Sir,
get
what is
minus
the
MB?
reason for negative sign?
Integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. That is why negative sign is coming. Integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. Have you done integration? I think 11th standard also basic
Yes,
integration
yes,
formula.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, from this module, from the second module, you have learned two formulas. The first formula that you have learned is torque. What is the formula for torque? mb sin theta. And what is the formula for internal magnetic potential energy or just internal energy? Minus mb cos theta. Okay, now I will write the formula minus mb cos theta over here. Okay, U is equal to minus mb cos theta. Everyone else listen to me. They have taken three cases, case 1, case 2, and case 3. I am going to explain, listen to me first. When I take case 1, I have taken theta equal to 0. So please look at the screen. I have taken case 1 as theta equal to 0. Tell me, if I put theta equal to 0 in my formula, what will be my answer?
Minus MB.
Can I say it will be U equal to minus MB? Correct. So can I say theta equal to 0, U is equal to minus MB. So can I say this answer is the minimum potential energy formula? It is the minimum potential energy formula because it is minus MB. That is why it is in the most stable state. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, listen. When theta equal to 0, the energy is equal to minus mb. Correct. Now, can I say minus mb is the least value you can get? So can I say it is the least energy? And least energy will be the most stable state. Listen to me. Look at me. When any particle has maximum energy, okay, listen to me. When any particle has maximum energy, can I say that energy will be very difficult to control? Okay. Now, let me give you an example in real life also. You have a pet with minimum energy. Can I say very, very easy to control the pet, very stable. But imagine if you have a pet with very high level of energy. Can I say very difficult to control the pet? Because high energy has to be dissipated. Okay. Even with kids with lowest energy are most stable, easy to control. Kids with very high energy, very difficult to control. So can I say highest energy will be most unstable? And the lowest energy will be the most stable with respect to potential energy. Can I say with respect to potential energy, I need the body to be at rest? Can I say at rest is the most stable? Okay. Therefore,
Yes.
listen to me carefully. Don't write anything. Don't write anything. Just listen to me. Let me finish the three cases. Now, case 1, did you understand it is minus MB? Can I say this is, what did I come to know? This value is minimum and this value is most stable. Okay. Now, look at case 2. Look at case 2. Theta is equal to 180 degree. Now tell me, when theta equal to 180 degree, what happens to U? It will become minus MB cos 180. Minus MB cos 180 will become minus MB. What is cos 180? Cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore, can I say answer will be just MB, correct? Can I say plus MB is the maximum value it can reach? Minus MB is the minimum value. Therefore, can I say plus MB is the maximum value it can reach? And since it has maximum energy, can I say it is the least stable or most unstable? So look at the wordings. This bar magnet possesses maximum potential energy and thus is in the most unstable state. Now let me take case 3. Let me take case 3 where theta is equal to 90 degree. Now tell me, what is the value of cos 90? 0. Therefore, can I say the entire potential energy will be 0? That's it. So can I say I am going from minus MB to 0 to plus MB? Correct? Look at me. I am going from minus MB to 0 to plus MB. See here, if this is the pen, minus MB, 0, plus MB. Look
Yes,
at the pen so that you understand. Don't start writing. I'll give you time. See here. Here it is minus MB. Can I say angle is 0? Correct? So it is parallel because it is along the axis. This is minus MB. Correct? Exactly opposite will be MB, 180 degree. Can I say if this was parallel, exactly on the opposite side, I'll have anti-parallel at 180 degree. And in between, I have 0, which is perpendicular. Okay. Now read what is written in the textbook as case 1, case 2, case 3. Tell me whether you understand it. See, case 1, when theta equal to 0, I get answer as minus MB. And the answer is they are parallel, minimum potential energy, most stable state. 180 degree, answer is plus MB, anti-parallel, most energy, least stable. And when theta equal to 0, it is answer is 0. That is theta equal to 90, answer is 0, and it is perpendicular. Did you understand case 1, case 2, case 3 from our general formula? Therefore, write it as it is in the text, or you can write whatever I have given below that. Okay, but you should know the 3 cases. When theta is equal to 0, 90, 180. Start. Once you are done, just put one dot.
sir, you have to just write whatever you have written, right?
Yeah, whatever I have written is the summary of whatever is written on top. Siddesh, that is highest stability and the least stability. This means maximum stability, minimum stability. Okay.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir, then.
Sir, only to write that down for me.
Come again.
Sir, only to write that down
Yes,
and
yes,
you have
yes.
written it.
Yes. Okay. Now, last topic for today. Today's class will be till 9 o'clock. I think you have been informed. I have been informed that you have class till 9 because some of you have college. How many of you have college at 9?
Sir, we thought it's till 8:30.
Yes, sir.
Saurabh sir said that.
भाई ऑफलाइन है क्या?
No. What is it?
Saurabh sir said that it is till 8:30.
8:30.
Okay. After that, what is there?
Actually, sir, previously it was till 9,
Hmm.
but then he changed it to 8:30 because our
Sir,
time
is it
also
offline?
changed.
No. Why it was changed, Tanush?
I don't know, sir. College people, they changed the timing from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock. The lecture is actually at 8. So sir said join 30 minutes late.
Okay. How many of you have college now?
Sir, it is offline.
I have no idea.
We have
I
a
don't think
CS
it will be
lecture.
offline. I don't think it will be offline.
So it's online.
Okay, sir.
1 minute. How many of you have college?
Sir, the hands are raised.
Now everyone will raise the hand only. No, even if you don't have college. I'm very happy to raise the hands. One minute, okay? Just 1 minute. Everyone switch on your camera. Yes, class is done. So I will continue next. Listen to this. Everyone listen. Next week, my class, first half will be boards. And after that, it will be purely CET. So board student have to attend only the first half. And after that CET, and the next class in the week will be purely CET. I'll be informing you. But next class, everyone join. I have 1 hour of class remaining for boards. Okay. So I will give you this recording in the group as well. And we'll continue. Okay. And ICSE and CET 1 batch, I'll inform you when I'm taking the 9 or 9:30 class. We can finish that 1 hour of session. Okay. So you can log off and you can join the college session.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.